Wesley,
Uh-huh.
do you want to talk about Crash Bandicoot?
Sure.
Now, come on.
Crash Bandicoot. Let's speak about Crash Bandicoot.
Did you not? Someone never had their Wumpa fruit this morning.
I fucking...
We're
just punch a crate and I'll be happy.
We're only going to talk about the games that we've played. So, we haven't played a lot of games of Crash Bandicoot. We've only just played the 3.
Well, I've played 4 games.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I played Wrath of Cortex.
Okay, we'll just talk about the games that we've played and talk about, like, stuff from Crash Bandicoot that we know and love. So, let's begin with the games. The first time we played the game was Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, because there was this place I used to go on a Wednesday.
No, wasn't it not, our dad gave us, like, a box full of...
That was later on.
Oh, was it?
That was
okay.
later on.
Yeah, okay.
No, I remember, there was a place I used to go to on a Wednesday. That was, years ago. This is probably, 2007, or maybe 2008. And I saw people play this game, and it was, this orange creature running away from obstacles, and, one of them was, a Triceratops.
Oh, yeah.
It was look again, these crystals, and one mission would be racetrack. So I thought I'd give it a try, and I actually had fun because the mission I remember the most in that time was the medieval fantasy.
Yeah.
With the ghosts. Yeah, with wizards.
With the wizards and the
big
knights.
Frogs and the goats and other stuff like that. That was a mission I played. I remember
one episode. I remember one stage had giants. It was rainy and stormy, and I remember one of the obstacles was a giant, a 2-headed giant.
And then the bosses, some of them were really cool. I remember the tiger.
Tiny the tiger, Dingodile, which I still think is a pretty fucking unique villain.
Dingodile was pretty cool.
Dr. Engine.
I love how in the beginning,
Entropy.
I love how in the beginning of each boss, it just you have the face of the villains, your bosses. Yes, it's me.
Ah, Crash Bandicoot, we meet again.
Yeah.
Dr. Engine, yeah. I find it weird how...
Tiny Tiger just reminded me, just seeing this arena, and then, years later, I'm just I'm expecting Crash Bandicoot or Tiny Tiger just to shout out, "Are you not entertained?" Look, I was avoiding lions, but it turns out you could actually hit the lions.
You can hit them.
I was avoiding them. I didn't know, because I was like, oh, if I hit one, I'd probably die, so I didn't risk that.
Yeah.
So I was avoiding them. But then it turns out, you can't hit them, and I'm like, oh, I could have done that before. Yeah, because I think I was watching, Caracarus.
Yes.
And I think he did it. We'll talk about him later. But no, I enjoyed the third game, and I think it was years later I played the other two in that trilogy.
Yeah.
What was the first game that you played from Crash Bandicoot?
The third game.
Oh, Warped.
Yeah. I played the third game.
Okay, I have to admit, all the missions are good except for the racetrack missions.
I hate the racetrack missions.
They suck. Even the remaster.
Don't give me that bullshit saying get good.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
Yeah,
okay.
Don't give me that bullshit saying get good. The last one. Literally, the only advice they give you is go in front. Okay, how do I do that? Just don't fuck up.
The racetrack missions in that game.
The first one is okay. The second one is fucking atrocious.
The last one, oh my god.
The last one is laughably easy.
Really?
Yeah, the last one is laughably easy.
What was the one we were struggling at?
That was the second one.
Oh god.
The night one.
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah.
That was
then you get the secret UFO stage that no one talks about.
But no,
But yeah, I think it was that game that got me introduced to Egyptian mythology, because I was looking at the Egyptian stage, the medieval stage, the Arabian stage, and I was like, these are fucking awesome! I love these!
And then years later we played the first and second.
Yeah,
game.
we got the Insane trilogy, and then we played the second game and the first game.
Playing Warp again after many years later just brought me back good memories.
It did, yeah.
Like, playing the old game for the PlayStation 2 was just amazing. And playing it again with the new graphics, I'm like, yep, this just brings me back great memories. And playing the first game and the second game on that version, like the Insane trilogy, was kind of just to see what it was like.
It felt weird to play other levels as Coco Bandicoot because you only play as her as like the tiger stages and fighting engine.
Oh, there's the what you call it, the Great Wall of China.
Yeah, like I said, where you're riding the tiger, and there's also the speedboat missions.
But there's like an option to play as her in the other.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. It was like weird to play as other levels with her. Yeah.
And then like there's some other bosses that I never got a chance to see in the third game. Like there's a koala bear that it's in the Temple of Doom from Midnight Jones.
Oh yeah, Koala Kong, and there's like the Komodo Bros, and there's like Ripperoo. And
there was like, what was it? Was there a weasel that was a gangster or something? What was it, like
Poltaroo.
Yeah, it reminded me of like the weasels from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
It just reminded me of those guys. And,
Pinstripe the Poltaroo, and he's got like a Tommy gun.
The guy who was like hopping around and he was like crazy.
Yeah, Ripperoo.
Yeah, he reminds me of one of Stitch's cousins from Lilo and Stitch. Actually, I think he reminded me of Stitch, but just a bad hair day.
And, what was the other one? What was the other bosses?
Who was the guy that had involvement of time?
Yeah, he was Entropy.
He had a pretty cool design. I'm surprised that he was like a main villain in the fourth game with a female version.
Yeah.
That was just
I have never seen any human being more thirsty for themselves in my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the bosses, and like I said, when you look at the other bosses, like Papu Papu is a tribesman, Embryo is like Cortex's first science companion. Is like first as like scientist. Yeah. And then Engine, and I think you can include Entropy in there. But it's just like looking at all these villains, I still find Dingodile to be the most unique, because he's not just an animal mutation, he's a mutation of two different animals.
Yeah, and you do see the croc in him more in the fourth game.
Oh yeah, in the fourth game you do see more crocodile than dingo.
Yeah. He's probably got the same treatment as Killer Croc, like the more
the same skin condition.
Yeah. But like playing those games, like they were just amazing. Like there's a reason why Crash Bandicoot is like the most popular, iconic PlayStation character. Same as like Sega with Sonic and Nintendo with like mostly Mario.
And well, technically for a Sony, I would argue it was mostly a tie between Spyro the Dragon and Crash Bandicoot.
That and also Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, it was a tie between those three.
I think probably another Nintendo duo that became popular was probably Banjo and Kazooie.
No, that's Rareware.
Rareware. Oh, okay, Rareware. Yeah. But no, I think it was like there was a competition like which one could make which one had the most popular character. Like, was it Nintendo? Was it Sony? Was it like Naughty Dog? Was it like Sega? Like, there was a lot of companies that had their own mascots. If that makes any sense.
And before we get on to that, I would talk about the fourth game. Well, when I was introduced to it, I thought this was the fourth game, but apparently not. Wrath of Cortex.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, Wrath of Cortex was good, but I feel like it was trying to be better than Crash 3.
Which is a hard thing to do.
Fell hard. And it literally, you fight the bosses. Oh, what are the bosses like? Dingodile, Tiny Tiger, Entropy. Yeah, they're just obstacles. They're just in the corner throwing balls at you, and it's like, fucking excuse me?
They were like, their fights were iconic.
Their fights are iconic, and the fourth game is just like, fuck you. But I do like the elementals, where it's just like a water mask, an air mask, an earth mask, and a fire mask. Which, by the way, the fire mask played by fucking the Joker himself,
Mark Hamill.
Yeah. And I love it how the water mask is literally played by what was that, Arlie Ermy from fucking Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
And I think the air mask was voiced by the same guy who plays Crash Bandicoot, I think. Yeah. But yeah, those guys were iconic, and that's when we got introduced to Crunch Bandicoot, which was like a...
Was that the bootleg one?
No, that was the bigger one.
Oh, okay.
The bootleg one, that's fake Crash.
Fake Crash.
And then we got Twinsanity, which was good. And then we got Mind Over Mutant and Crash of the Titans, which we don't fucking talk about.
Well, I never played those. Yeah, thankfully.
And then we got introduced to the actual fourth game,
that had a similar story to what you said, like the masks.
Yeah,
like they had to, but one of them like
the difference between that and Wrath of Cortex is that it actually it wasn't a case of let's do the same thing as Crash 3 did. It was like, let's do the same thing that Crash 3 did, but better. And like let's have a much more... If it's going to be like time and dimensions, let's just go all fucking out with it. I
never played the proper fourth game, which was the newer one, but this was probably the first one that you could actually play as Dingodile.
Yeah.
Because you played Neo...
He doesn't have a flamethrower, he has
And he says bollocks.
He says... bastards and bollocks, which is new.
But no, because there's been many games where you play as Crash Bandicoot and your Cortex.
Twinsanity.
Yeah, Twinsanity. So that's nothing new. But the fact that you play, was it Coco? You play Coco.
Yeah.
You play alternate version?
An alternate version of Tawna Bandicoot, I think.
Who's like the damsel in distress in the other game.
Who's the damsel in distress in the other game, but in this one she's a fucking pirate.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
I need to play that game, because I've seen like Caracaras play it, and I love how each mask has like a different ability.
Yeah, it's just like Wrath of Cortex, where I freaking love that, because there's hints that there's other masks, but we never actually see them. Because, in Wrath of Cortex you get the elementals, but these guys are based like matter and like time and stuff. So one's based off time, one's based off gravity, one's based off dimensions, and the other one's based off matter. And I really like that.
Yeah. Because Crash Bandicoot is like one of the most popular characters out there, and it is... Because I think that and Spyro, his trilogy, came out the same time as each other.
And they were kind of like frenemies, I would say.
Well, the thing is, they're the most chance to have a crossover more than say like Sonic.
We don't speak about that fucking crossover. We don't speak of Spyro Orange and Crash Purple.
Like, you're not gonna see like a Crash Bandicoot versus Sonic game. You're not gonna see like a Mario versus Spyro game. Like, you're not gonna see those crossovers, because it's only like you get Mario and Sonic, which they had their Wii Sports,
and
then you have Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, which you said don't talk about it. But there's been like references to Crash Bandicoot in other games. Like I think Spyro makes an appearance in, was it Twinsanity?
Twinsanity. It's just like
it's like it's a roof of gold
treasure, and it's just like
Spyro's there for some strange.
It's nice, but he might want his crystals back, and he looks at the screen with like, I might have a crossover with this guy. You did. We don't fucking speak about it.
Another thing we do not want to speak about is the fact that sometimes when a character is silent or making orgasm noises like Link, maybe it's best to not have him a talking line. So when Legend of Zelda does it, it's brain rot stupid. Well, when Crash Bandicoot gets a voice line, it sounds like Buck from Ice Age.
Yeah.
Never give him a voice.
One has charisma over how charming he can be. The other one is Howard the Duck. Don't be Howard the Duck.
hello, mates. My name's Crash Bandicoot. I'm gonna get neocortex, and I'm like,
when you were a fucking dumbass, go back to being a dumbass.
Go back to being a mindless soldier that neocortex was meant to make you. Remember that in the first game?
Yeah. Crash Bandicoot.
Moron. This Bandicoot will be my general.
Yeah, he's a fucking imbecile. Who's it gonna be? He's gonna lead my army. Wait, what?
What?
But another thing I fucking love in the fourth game is when like Cortex is announcing his master plan, and like the Mask of Dimensions is like, I feel like a massive rivalry here. How many times have you fought this guy? 3. Oh, really? Yeah. Seemed like more. And I'm like, I like that. They're pretending that Mind Over Mutant and Crash of the Titans didn't exist.
Yeah, they're just pretending.
Sadly, we all know it did.
And another crossover he did, which was a weird one, was him and Skylanders.
Yeah.
The game. I'm not talking about the Netflix show.
You already spoke about the Netflix show.
Him taking out, like, say, like, Chaos and probably, like, other creatures and other bosses just feels amazing, because it just feels like Crash Bandicoot evolved from, like...
I find it ironic that Crash Bandicoot is found in the one fucking Skylanders game that Chaos turns himself into fucking Goku. And yes, that's a thing that fucking happens in the fucking ending.
Could you imagine, like, Chaos trying to scream, like, the Kamehameha, but it's out of, like...
Yes,
just scream.
It's got the voice of fucking Frieza.
Oh god.
And but yeah, I do agree with what Katakura said. The first game is fucking hard. The second game is easier than the first game, and yeah, the third game is easy. Easier than the other two, at least.
Which one do you prefer? I know they're the same game, but which version do you prefer? Do you prefer the original, or do you prefer the remaster? San N trilogy.
Insane trilogy, yeah.
Insane trilogy, not my mistake.
You see,
because the thing is, because both versions are great.
Yeah, it's a bit like the N64 version of Mario 64 and the DS version. Like, they both, like, one is good and the other one's more advanced, but I would feel like that the older one had its charms.
The older one had nostalgia, but the new one is an improvement.
It is an improvement,
when it comes to graphics.
I do have a soft spot for the original Crash Bandicoot 3. Yeah.
And everyone could agree that Crash Bandicoot his dance was like the Gangnam Style. Of the 80s.
Was the Gangnam Style of the 80s, man.
Yeah.
Thrusting. Speaking of that, you want to talk about the commercials?
Yeah, let's talk about the commercials, because the guy who's in the costume is doing a great job promoting the game. And I'm not being sarcastic. He is making
the one where he like rolls up to Nintendo headquarters and he's just like, "Yo, plumber boy, get all your stuff. Look at this. We have better games than you do." And there's like a security guard like, "Okay, guy, move. You're hurting my elbow."
I love it how like he goes to the cinema and is like, "Chick flick bazooka, chick flick bazooka."
Would you like? And there's a guy dressed up as like Sweet Tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's like a pixelated CGI
version of Lara Croft.
And then
Brad, let me in. Who's that? I don't know. And he's like playing Crash Bandicoot.
I love it how like he goes to Pizza Hut and it's like, "Hey, don't eat it like that. Eat it with the crusts.
Eat the stuffed crust backwards." And it's just like, I've never fucking heard of any human being eating it like that.
I mean, has anyone done that? Does anyone eat the crust?
Everyone knows stuffed crust is the best part. That's why you eat backwards. No, stuffed crust is the best part. That's why you eat last.
Yeah.
There's an advert where it would be the closest thing that I would say to cursed. It's meant to be the advert for Crash Bandicoot 2. And you have like the CGI version of Crash doing impressions of actors, and he's just like,
You did say it was Kerr, so
it was Kerr. It was primarily one of the reasons why I couldn't sleep for a month. Because every time I closed my eyes, I would always see Crash be like, "Ha!" And it's like, it just jolted me up, man. Scared me.
I love the outtakes of those, like, they're doing, like, the adverts.
Yeah, the adverts with, the guy dressed up as Crash Bandicoot.
This is nuts. Yeah. You're nuts. You're cute. You're cute.
Who wants to pet me?
Who wants to pet me?
That baby was in the pool, and he's just like, I liked you with the mustache. And I'm like, okay. Why is the ambulance there?
See, that and the Ratchet and Clank, like, weapon.
Yeah, when they're testing out the weapons.
Those are great ways to promote your game. Just, like, they're having the fun of it. Like, they're just like, you know what? We're embracing how goofy and how silly this is by our games. And it works like a charm. Like, it really works. Like, Crash Bandicoot is one of the most popular characters ever. Like, from the 80s to now, Crash Bandicoot is very popular.
Yeah.
Same way, like, Mario and Sonic have been becoming popular and famous for, like, because Nintendo, like I said before, Nintendo has Mario, and, like, Sega's got Sonic, and then when you get to, like, Naughty Dog, you think, oh, it's Nathan Drake. No, Crash Bandicoot is the most popular.
It's Nathan Drake.
Oh, is that a character from Last of Us? No, it's Crash Bandicoot. It's like the most popular.
Smash Candy Scooch.
It's the most popular Sony and Naughty Dog character combined.
Yeah.
Sony gave him a big name.
But yeah.
But like, we go to like Kakaras, who's a big YouTuber. He is a big fan of Crash Bandicoot. Actually, most of his videos are Crash Bandicoot related.
Yeah.
I love the weird animation intro he has. It's like him and Crash Bandicoot running, but it's like
they smash together.
The animation on Crash Bandicoot just looks really weird.
He looks like those those cartoon images where they try to make like a hot dog look like a dog. He looks like that.
That's a weird comparison.
It is a weird comparison, but it's an accurate comparison. But yeah, freaking love Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, like I hope he
has a bright future.
I hope he has a bright future. I hope he gets more games in the future, because I think the last one was the fourth one, or was it the?
Yeah, I think it was the fourth one.
Or was it the remaster?
No, it was like an app. It was like
the kart, Mario Kart. No, Crash Team Racing.
No, that came at the same time as the Insane Trilogy. Yeah. So I would say that if we're talking about the consoles, Crash Bandicoot 4 would have been the last one.
What was it called? Like Crash Bandicoot Time?
It's about time, yeah.
It's about time. It's about power. Sorry.
Fucking hell.
I just had to.
Yeah.
It was gonna be in my head anyway. Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot 4.
The first thing that comes up is there's like two people searched up Crash Bandicoot versus
Spyro or
Dingo Dial.
Oh, okay.
It's about time. That's it. It's about time. That's the proper fourth game. And the animation, like this animation, looks amazing.
Yeah. Another thing I like about the fourth game is that like, there's like different costumes for like different dimensions.
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah, there's ones where they're like cavemen. There's ones where they're fake. There's like ones where they're like rock stars. There's another one where I believe it's an alternate universe where they're skunks.
Yeah.
Or like badgers. I can't remember what it was, but yeah.
I think there's one where it's like he's a caveman.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
And not just him, but like Coco.
Yeah.
Coco's got some good skins.
Coco.
And I think Dingo Dial's got some.
No, I don't think Dingo Dial has one.
Could you imagine if he did? Have one from like Killer Croc.
In the modern version of Crash CTR, they do have costumes. I don't think they had it in the original CTR, but I was looking around the internet. They do have costumes. I think it's like if you complete challenges, you can like.
Oh, of course.
Customize.
Like, everyone's always a complete challenge to get a costume.
You have to.
Like every game.
Yeah.
I don't think there's nothing much.
I don't think there's much for us to talk about.
Yeah, Jinx. I think it's like Crash Bandicoot will always be the most popular character, and his games will still live on as classics and legends. Yeah, who knows? Like, hopefully he gets more games in the future to make him with new stories and hopefully with like new villains.
Yeah.
And there's always going to be like that debate, like, is Near Cortex truly evil, or are they going to team up together to solve a bigger threat? Like, it's kind of like the Dr. Eggman, or it's kind of like, well, Mario Bowser does not team up, but it's kind of like,
they do team up in like the Mario and Luigi RPG games. They team up.
Yeah. Well, we've had Sonic and Mario race in Crash Bandicoot racing games. Like, it's only a matter of time before Crash Bandicoot has his own his own fighting game when he fights other characters from Sony.
What? Didn't we already have him in that one PlayStation fighting game?
No.
Fuck.
He does not appear in that. It was
shit!
PlayStation All Stars only had like characters like had Ratchet and Clank. It had the character from Infamous 2. It had
Kratos,
Sweet Tooth,
Sockboy.
There was a fat version of Princess Peach. I don't know where that was from.
It was from Rayman, I believe. That's one of the bosses from Rayman.
I'm just surprised Crash Bandicoot was not there because because it was Sony and it had characters from like Naughty Dog, and I'm like thinking to myself,
why did you add in Cash Candy Cunt? We're not calling him that.
We've actually got like some figures. Well, there's only 2 figures from Crash Bandicoot. They're from Skylanders.
Does that even count?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
we had a figure of Cortex.
Cortex and Crash.
And Crash Bandicoot. And I think that's it. Did we only get a mug? No, did we?
No, we didn't get a mug.
You made a custom. Actually, you made a few custom micros of Crash Bandicoot, like Dingo Dial, Neocortex, and
Entropy. Yeah.
And you made a Uka mask, which was
Aku.
You made Aku, which was really good. You still have it in your bed.
I still have it up in my it's on one of my shelves.
Yeah. Let's talk about the music.
Oh fuck.
The music, like you mentioned the music, like you mentioned a song before.
The song in the medieval stages, yeah.
But
yeah,
like
this
just
the original, the main theme, like the medieval stages,
like the boss fights, just gets you pumped.
The boss fights, yeah. I fucking love Dingo Dial's theme and Entropy's theme. Just like the Spyro game, the music helps with the environment. Yes, the music helps the environment. Like, I don't...
Like, the Egyptian one sounds Egyptian. Like, he has Egyptian.
The Arabian... I fucking love the Arabian stages, by the way.
Yeah.
I love that. It's And, even the car... Even the racing missions, like the
they have.
I just love that little jangle that they have.
Crash, the music just helps you. Feel like you're there, in the world.
I even love like the futuristic city missions. I love it how it's kind of like got that robotic, feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's
pretty
everything,
much it.
Yeah.
So that's just us talking about Crash Bandicoot, like what games we played and like our memories and what we've got. So let us know what your favorite game from the Crash Bandicoot era is. What's your favorite mission? What's your favorite boss? Music? All that types of stuff. Like, what is your memories of Crash Bandicoot? Let us know in the comment section below. And with that being said, sorry, it just reminded me of